basics, the fundamentals are there no matter which company you choose. So, I started off when I came into the industry with a very good work ethic. I was a hard worker, and I guess the key word I look for in people is somebody that's hungry. I don't care about their education or their background, but if they have a hunger, like a real burning desire, a real willingness to work and teachable, that's the type of person I'm looking for. Somebody that's, I guess the word would be dissatisfied. They're dissatisfied with one or more areas in their life. And my why back then, Eric, was 30-some years ago as a broke 24-year-old waiter who was looking for some things to change in my life financially. I came into the business back then out of desperation. I was looking for things to change in my world financially, but I also understood the only way that was possible is to help other people, get what they want out of life. You have everything you want out of life. Remember the good old boy Zig Ziglar, the late great Zig? And I also understood that you've got to go out there with a mindset. It's 80% psychology, 80% mindset, 20% mechanics, with a mindset of, I'm going to add value to their lives and meet their needs, not my needs, not, focusing. Listen, here's how it works. The business is never about you. It's always about the person in front of you. And if you get clear on that, and you truly are focused on coming from a servant's heart and putting their needs ahead of your needs and adding value to their lives and creating raving fan relationships, your business will explode. And show up with a really good work ethic and leading by example. People watch the feet, not the lips. Distributors don't do what you tell them to do. They do what you do. So you got to inspire you. You've got to be the person that steps up and leads by example and be the best distributor in your organization and, hold yourself accountable and raise your standards. But for me today, Eric, and, this is a 6 and 7 figure call. What happens, and I'll never forget the late, great Jim Rohn saying to me, he goes, Jeff, you're going to have a lot of growth as that broke waiter climbing the mountain, coming from the valley and climbing. He goes, but the biggest challenge you're going to have in life is to continue to grow once you've had the success, to keep growing once you get to the top. Like Tony Robbins, constant and never-ending improvement, can I? In all areas of your life, your physical mastery, your relationships, your spiritual, whatever it is, all these different, the wheel of life. So for me today, I'm in the business and I play at this level and show up at this level every day, 30 years later. Number one, I love what I do. You get to add value to people's lives. And think about it. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure in life. You meet people all the time that they have the money, but they don't have the fulfillment. And in our business, in our industry, Eric, our profession, we are rich in relationships, love and connection, growth. Think about when you're growing and there's progress in your life. Aren't you the happiest in life when you're growing and you're progressing? And contribution, paying it forward. So for today, for me, Jeff Roberti, after 30 plus years of having this type of success, this type of residual income, for me today, it's about paying it forward. It's about inspiration, never forgetting where you came from, not focusing. Life's not about me, life's about we. And going out there and doing something that counts, making a difference, doing something that's bigger than yourself. Something that that's rich in meaning or relationships and fulfillment and purpose, and something that there's a lot of emotional and spiritual revenue. I'm here today, right now. One of my best buddies is getting married this weekend, and another buddy of mine flew in from the UK. And I'm like, wow, this is what life's about, these relationships, this quality, this love, this connection. And that's what's really rich. I go to the conferences, guys, 30 years later, I'm sitting in the front row, taking notes, playing full out, laughing, crying, and I see people walk across the stage. New people come across the stage. And it's not the money, it's not the position, it's who they become. And you hear their health transformation in our company, or you hear the growth that they've had, and the challenges and the adversities, and you see all the love and connection and people hugging them and kissing them and their team and the flowers. And I mean, it moves. It's like the Visa commercial. It's priceless. I sit there crying 30 years later, moved emotionally, and knowing that you may have played a small role in that part of somebody's transformation. Maybe believing in them more than they believed in themselves in the beginning. So, Eric, I can't tell you, first of all, how proud I am to be in this profession, to do something that counts, something that matters, something bigger than yourself, something that's rich in meaning, fulfillment, and purpose. But also, Eric, I want to give you a little tribute, brother. What you're doing for our industry, what you're doing for our profession, and the impact that you're making on so many people's lives around the world, not only directly, but indirectly, my hat's off to you, brother.